Welcome to Chris's Storytelling Corner. My name is Christopher Muldong, and I am an author. Today, I will read pages 11 to 16 of my short story, The Orthodox Clash, and we'll finish the story. Next week, I will read pages 1 to 3 of my fantasy short story, The Frog of the Crown, and have a manga review for Yuki Holder volumes 4 to 6. Here's the synopsis for The Frog of the Crown. Everyone knows the story of the Frog Prince. A princess kisses him, and he turns back into a dashing human prince. Find out what he was like as a frog, as he leads an army of mosquitoes to take over a pond. Maybe he isn't as princely as we think. You can check out my author's website at www.chrismuldong.com. You can buy my first novel, a fantasy adventure called The Mustard Prince in the Convent Kingdom, for $4.99. Also, for $2.99, you can buy my short story collection, a collection of 10 short stories in the horror, fantasy, and realistic fiction genres. This story is in that collection. Follow me on Twitter and retweet my stuff, and check out my author's Facebook page. Links to all these will be provided on the description. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment to this channel if you're on YouTube, or follow, share, and comment on this channel if you're listening to this on SoundCloud. If you're listening to this on iTunes or Stitcher, please rate, review, and share this channel. So, let's just pick up where we left off. We train at the same gym at Rex MMA and Fitness. What can I say, but sometimes I just need to hit something after work. The bigwigs laugh haughtily in unison. We went at it, though. He got me with a couple good shots, but I think I really found my groove in the later rounds. I hate to brag, but wouldn't you say, Bob, that I got the better of the match? You did well, I guess, Bob says, trying not to be critical. Maybe I hit you so hard that you forgot the match. Brick laughs obnoxiously, and the rest of the bigwigs join him. I'm only kidding around. Don't take what I said so seriously. Bob, feeling uncomfortable, tells him, well, hey, I have to get going. I'm actually going to do some training today. He leaves quickly. The next day, right when Bob takes a seat in his cubicle, Brick comes by. Hey, Bob, I just heard from Tyrone that you are my opponent for my boxing match coming up. Yeah, Tyrone said that he couldn't find someone around your age and no fights under his belt. I've been training for a while, and you needed an opponent, so I thought it'd be fun, Bob says as nonchalantly as he can. Well, okay, I guess. You know, I'm your boss, and we've worked together for a while, but in that ring, I'm going to really try to hurt you. You know that, right? Well, it is a fight after all. I've been hit in the head before. Okay, I just want you to know. No hard feelings. I won't fire you if you somehow beat me up. He looks down and whispers, God forbid that lawsuit. He walks back to his office while Bob goes back to work. The day before the fight, they go to the fight venue and weigh in on a bathroom scale. They both make weight at 160 pounds and start rehydrating. A mixture of exhibition, amateur, and professional bouts will be contested. Also, the wins and losses go on record unless it is an exhibition bout. The event is held at an MMA gym not too far from Rex MMA and Fitness. In the big warehouse converted into a gym, blue mats cover a majority of the space, with the boxing ring in the middle surrounded by white fold-up chairs. It does not have central cooling, so opening the doors, turning on a few fans, and opening the garage door to the side of the building helps bring in cold air. On the night of the fight, 3 ringside judges anointed by the state sit on the table next to the ring. The referee, ringside physician, and ring announcer talk amongst themselves before the bouts begin. An ambulance waits in case serious injury occurs. Most of the audience members are friends or family of the fighters. When their fighters' bout ends, they tend to leave right away and don't watch the rest of the fights. With no locker room area to warm up, the fighters hit mitts in the open areas where there are no seats. Bob hits mitts with Tyrone near the side of a wall covered in padding that's normally used for Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Brick sits at the opposite end of the room and talks to his friends while occasionally hitting pads or shadow boxing. Feeling sorry for Bob, Brick hired another coach to train and corner him so that Bob can have Tyrone in his corner. Bob fights against Brick. Bob's fight against Brick is the 8th fight on the card, so the anxiety builds up seeing the fights. The amateur bouts have the fighters wearing headgear while the professional bouts don't. Knockdowns are few and far between in the amateur bouts, but one of the professional bouts has one fighter knocked unconscious from a short left hook. Bob sees the man lying on the middle of the ring with his eyes still open and knows that could possibly be him. When the 7th bout is announced, Bob and Brick are told to wait on opposite spots diagonal from the ring. Bob looks down and moves his feet in place while throwing some punches. "Hey, don't get too worked up," Tyrone tells him. The 7th bout ends with one fighter winning by unanimous decision. Bob starts to exhale and inhale deeply to stay calm as he waits for the announcer to say his name. He calls Brick's name first, and he comes into the ring to applause from acquaintances he knows while he raises his arms in the air. The announcer then calls Bob's name, and he walks to the ring anxiously while Tyrone says some words to him to hype him up. A majority of Bob's sparring and training partners are in attendance to give him support. In the ring, the referee asks him to come to the middle and touch gloves. Brick looks straight at Bob while he looks at the ring floor. They go back to their corners and wait for the fight to start. The bell rings, and a rush of adrenaline overcomes Bob's body. Brick, in his southpaw stance, rushes in and throws haymakers at Bob. Bob backs up against the ropes with his hands up, while Brick swarms at him. "Get off the ropes! Use your jab and keep him away from you!" Tyrone yells. Bob looks at the floor as he ducks his head and sidesteps his left to get his back off the ropes, but he gets hit with one of Brick's right hooks on his way out. Back in the center of the ring, Bob feels more relaxed after the first minute passes. He steps in the pocket and throws double and triple jabs to keep Brick away. Brick, having a hard time getting through the jab, throws an overhand left that goes over Bob's jab and connects. He follows it with a right hook that falls short. "Throw some feints! He's reading your jab now!" Tyrone yells. Bob comes in and feints 2 jabs followed by a cross that connects. The bell rings and they both go to their corners. "I guess he learned a couple tricks with that other guy. Look though, he's already tired. Stick that jab in his face, but feint and watch for that overhand left too. He doesn't throw straight punches, man. So find those counters and openings," Tyrone tells Bob. The bell rings for round 2, and Brick keeps his left hand right by his chin, loading up a potential counter to Bob's jab. Bob feints a jab, and Brick bites on the feint and throws an overhand left. He misses badly, and Bob throws a double jab right cross combo that all connect. Brick backs off, but Bob stays on him with jabs to the face. Brick throws a looping right hook to counter, but misses, and Bob attacks with another right cross to the face. Brick backs up against the ropes and covers up. Bob throws hooks and uppercuts, but most of the punches hit Brick's arms. Brick manages to sidestep his way off the ropes and gets back to the center of the ring. However, he cannot get past Bob's jab. The bell rings, and they both go back to their respective corners. "Why you headhunting, man? When you attack the head, the body gets open," Tyrone tells him. The bell rings for the final round. Brick's punches are slower and more labored, and he throws wildly in single strikes. Bob keeps with the jab, but will follow it up by stepping inside with a left hook to the liver or ducking down and throwing a right cross to the solar plexus. Brick, seeing that Bob is aiming for the body, drops his hands. He takes every jab that Bob throws to his face, and he backs up against the ropes while covering up. With Brick's back against the ropes, Bob unleashes punches to his face and body. Seeing that he is not going down, Bob throws his force to Brick's head while sitting down on his punches. With him taking so many unanswered strikes, the ref breaks them up and counts to 8. Brick says that he's fine, and the ref grabs his gloves and shakes them. They go back to the center of the ring, and Tyrone yells, "The body! The body!" Bob throws a jab that misses, but he follows it up by stepping in and throwing a right cross and a left hook to the liver that connects cleanly. Brick crumples to the mat while writhing in pain as he clutches his side. The ref calls the bout off, and Bob wins by knockout. Tyrone cheers, and so does his teammates. While still on the floor, the ringside physician attends to Brick. He removes his headgear and gloves, and after lying on the floor for a short while, he manages to sit on a stool. With a face of disbelief, Bob approaches him and tells him, "Nice fight. Yeah, Brick says, trying to produce a smile but unable to. Bob, Brick, and the referee stand at the center of the ring with the ring announcer standing at a corner. The announcer proclaims Bob as the winner by knockout, and the referee raises his hand to the applause of the crowd. They exit the ring as the next fighters are on standby for the next fight. Uh, Bob talks to his gym mates while getting multiple congratulations. Tyrone tells him that they are going to celebrate at a nearby bar. Bob walks around and sees Brick sitting by himself on a white fold-up chair looking at the floor. His coach and any people he invited to watch the fight already left. "Are you doing okay, Brick?" Bob asks. Looking up and seeing Bob, he tells him in a solemn tone, "Yeah, I'm fine. Just disappointed. Might have to skip work for a couple days." "It's just a fight, right? It's not like it's the end of the world." Brick doesn't respond and lets out a big sigh. "Look, I gotta go. I'll see you at work sometime this week." Brick comes back to work that Wednesday. He does not say hello to anyone unless someone acknowledges him first. Besides work-related subjects and general small talk, he keeps to himself. He purposefully avoids walking by Bob's cubicle unless he needs to speak to him, and most of their conversations are through email. From then, the 8th floor is a little quieter. That's all for today. If you like this, don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment to this channel if you're on YouTube, or follow, share, and comment on this channel if you're listening to this on SoundCloud. If you're listening to this on iTunes or Stitcher, please rate, review, and share this channel. Thank you for listening to these readings. Next week, I will read pages 1 to 3 of my fantasy short story, The Frog of the Crown, and also have a manga review for Yukio Holder Volumes 4 to 6. Thank you, and until next time.